This is everything you need to know about WorldEdit in 5 minutes. So the first command you need to know is //wand. This is how you actually get the tool to use basically every command. And the way this item works is your left click and right click have 2 functions. Left click is your first corner, right click will be your second corner. So we'll get this here for my second corner. And when you do //set, everything in between these 2 corners will become a certain block that you want. So we'll say //set space and then stone. And boom, it makes a box of stone in between the 2 corners. And this works for any block. You could do stone, you could do, oak planks. Boom. So you could use that if you want to make like a house. But if you're making a house, there's actually a better way to do that with another command. We'll do //walls instead this time and do oak planks. And as you can see, it's the same thing, but you have a hollow inside, so it's just making walls. Now there's actually an easier way to do this as well. Say you have a big building and you don't want to go all the way into the sky like that. You can actually use another command called /setBlock. So look at our first corner here, and instead of building up this time, I'm just going to do /setBlock with 1 slash this time. 3 tildes, that's your coordinates. If you do tildes, which is to the left of your 1 button usually, it'll just go where you are. And then we'll do just glass. Boom. Now I can select this with right click and do walls. Oak planks. So that just saves a step. It can be useful for a lot of things. But say you don't want your house to be, oak planks. You decided to change your mind. Instead of having to do the command again or build anything, you can do this command, //replace near. And this will replace all the blocks that you want in a certain area around you with another block. So we'll say 50 blocks. Your first text is going to be the item you want to replace. So we'll replace oak_planks with whatever we want it to change it to. So we'll say stone_bricks. And as you can see, boom. It replaced these ones too, since they're 50 blocks away from me, or within 50 blocks of me, but it didn't replace these ones because those are farther than 50. Now, you can use //set in multiple ways. Say you want to, get rid of this water. Say we put our first corner here, and we put our second corner over here, using our setBlock command. Say we //set air. It's going to take every block away because these blocks are within the 3D cube of the 2 corners. So we can do //undo, another very useful command. And instead of replacing all the blocks, we can just use the replace near command. //replace near 50 water with air. You're going to see it's going to do that, but it's also going to leave these seagrass blocks, which don't actually remove the water. We can either keep this or we'll just do //undo for the sake of it. In our replace near command, look at this. We have seagrass. We'll do the same command that we just did. So water, seagrass. I think tall seagrass is also a thing, so you want to do both of those. Now you can see it should do the right thing that we want. That's a very niche example, but just to show you guys how you can use the commas in your replace near command. I believe you can also do that in your set command. So if we do this, we do //set stone, cobblestone, gravel. It'll give us kind of a randomized pattern. So that's pretty useful for building stuff. This grass is decently looking, right? It's green. But if you want to make it look even more green naturally, what you can do is this. Take 2 corners again. And what you can do now is //set biome. We can change this to either jungle or mushroom fields. It's the same thing. If it doesn't work instantly, you can just leave the game and rejoin and it should work then. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys an easy way to make custom mountains. And it involves a few more commands. First, you're going to want to have 2 different tools. I'm just going to use an iron axe and a diamond axe. So with the first item, I'm going to do //brush space S. This means sphere. You'll see why in a second. Then I'm going to type sand and I'll do 6. I think that's the biggest one you can make it. And now when you right click, as you can see, it makes a sphere 6 block radius made of sand. Why is this useful? Well, check this out. You can do this. It might be a little laggy at first, but as you can see, you can just spam this out and it just falls, because it's sand, to wherever it lands, which gives the appearance of a mountain. It obviously doesn't look like a mountain yet, but we'll get to that in a second. So once you start building a little bit with this, we want to use the command //replace near, which we learned about earlier. 30 sand with stone, or really whatever you want, but for this example, we're doing mountains, so we're going to do stone. We'll do it again so we get everything, and boom, now all the sand is stone. And with this second item, we can do this, //brush C for circle, and then sand again, and just 5 or 6, whatever you want. And now, as you can see, boom, we lay it on top, gives us a 1 block layer of sand on top of all the stone. And as you can guess, what we're going to do after this is replace the sand with grass blocks. But now we can do //replace near 50 sand with grass_block. And as you can see, that is our custom made mountain. Now we can do //set biome jungle. That is basically how you make custom mountains. Okay, and now I'm going to show you guys a very useful building tip. Say you built a wall, right? And you want to copy it for other sides. You don't want to have to rebuild this again, right? What you can actually do, as you just saw, take your 2 corners of your wall. You can copy this as well as rotate if you want. So the command for that is / copy. Now it's important to know wherever you are standing is where it's going to copy from. So if I copy from back here and then I paste it over here with / paste, it's going to remember those blocks in front of me. So it'll paste like 10 blocks in front of me like that. So if you want to avoid that and make it more accurate, what you can do is just stand exactly, more precise where you want to copy it. So I'll copy it in the door. And now if I paste it, it'll be right wherever I'm standing. And you can do rotate or / rotate 90. It's going to keep whatever you copied, except when you paste it from wherever you're standing, watch, boom. It rotated it from here 90 degrees to my right. Do the same thing, rotate 90 again, and it should be behind me now if I paste it. Yep, as you can see, it's right behind me. So yeah, that can take a lot of practice, especially if you're really new to WorldEdit, but that's basically all the commands you need to know. Hope you guys have learned something from this video. If you did, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what other kinds of tutorials you want. Also, if there's any other important commands that I missed that you use a lot, just leave that in the comments for sure, because I'm sure I've missed a few, but these are just the ones I remembered off the top of my head that I use all the time. Anyways, goodbye.